Perfect for eating with one hand. So let's go ahead and give them a shot. Ready? Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Gerardo Grills. My name is Gerardo. Today I'm going to be making a fun cook. We're going to be making some chicken lollipops using the Bradley P10 smoker you see right behind me. These are a little bit of work to get done, but they're not difficult to make. And at the end of the day, they're so delicious and they look super cool. I promise you, they're going to be a hit at whatever event you're making these for. Are you ready to get going? Let's go. All right, here we go. So I've got here 6 drumsticks that I picked up from my local butcher, but you can pick these up from wherever you get your chicken from. Most grocery stores will have them as drumsticks, or you can get the chicken quarters and then just kind of split the legs if you would like. The process to get these finished up is, it takes a little bit of time. It's a little labor intensive, but it's not difficult. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need a good sharp knife, like a smaller knife, a heavier duty knife, and then some kitchen shears if you've got some. These are optional. They just kind of make some of the trimming a little bit easier, but you absolutely don't need to do that. You can do that with the knives that you've got. So let's get this started. So first, with your knife, what you're going to do is you're going to come, you can kind of feel where the meat is here. And what you want to do is you want to get to the end of the meat. There's a bunch of tendons there. You get the end of the meat, you're going to kind of just slice and right to the bone. So press on it, right to the bone, and just gonna turn it around so that you've got a nice cut all the way along. The skin might be a little tougher to cut through sometimes, and you can see some of these tendons are a little bit harder to cut through, but what you want is you want to separate the skin and the meat from the bone. Once you've got it separated, like we've got it here, so you can see here, and now I can clearly see the bone underneath all the meat. All right, so now what you're gonna wanna do is you take this and then a paper towel, and you wanna kind of try to peel it back. The paper towel just makes it easier for you to kind of grab onto it. And you wanna get to that cartilage on the end. So this kind of white piece, the cartilage, you wanna peel that off. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get off, but you got all that meat there. And then you can also use your knife to kind of get at it. You want to try to get it all off. Like I said, try to get as much of it off as you can. This kind of white cartilage piece kind of hangs on to all of the meat or little bits of the tendon, and you don't want that. Again, try to get as much of it as you can. There we go. So now that you've got that kind of knuckle off, you want to just kind of clean up around here with your knife. Next, with your same knife, you're going to French the bone. And with Frenching, I actually don't really know if this is exactly what the culinary term means, but with Frenching, what I kind of picture is we're going to peel this bone and just expose the bone and peel back as much as you can. And you can see it's starting to kind of take its shape as a little bit of a lollipop. You've got these kind of weird tendons that kind of hang out and this bit of a bone piece that's here. So that bone, we're just going to press hard with our knife and it should break. Off it goes. Again, peel down as much as you can. And this is where our shears kind of come into place. If you've got your shears, you can take these little tendons and just snip them off. Then you go and once you trim away some of those tendons, you kind of keep peeling back as much as you can. Now you've got yourself a little bit of lollipop, but if you notice, it doesn't really stand, right? We need these to stand in the smoker, so that's where your big knife kind of comes into play. So you want to find this piece. There should be some cartilage and some bone here, and what you're going to do is you're just going to even this out. You want to make it a nice flat edge and press down with your knife. You can see here now we've got a bit of a base kind of set up for it. Your lollipop should stand. If it doesn't, then let's kind of keep going at it until we get a nice flat base for it to stand on. There we go. We've got ourselves a lollipop. Again, clean up. Make sure your meat kind of comes all the way down. You can trim some of this meat as well, or this skin as well, so it doesn't kind of get in your way. But you've got a nice flat base. You can trim this down a little, just kind of French it down a bit more, and you're set. You've got yourself a lollipop. Again, like I said earlier, a little bit of work to get it done, but I'm telling you, once these are done being cooked, they're going to be awesome. They're going to look super cool as well. I'm going to go ahead and do this 6 more times, and then I'll show you how we season them. All right, so now that we've Frenched them all, here's what you end up with. You got a nice little handle. You can see how it's all the meat's pushed down. Looks a little bit like a lollipop, almost ready to go. So to season them, you can use whatever seasoning you would like. You can use salt and pepper if that's what you enjoy. I am going to be using this chicken rub by Suckle. I find that it goes really well with chicken, and you know, I think it'll complement it well with the barbecue sauce we're going to use later on. And just season liberally. What you can do is you can pull the skin back as well, because you want the seasoning to be on the skin and on the meat, and then just kind of pull that back. And I'll fix that up as soon as we're done here. And I'm just gonna do that 4 more times, and we'll be ready to put it in the smoker. And then you're set. This is what they'll look like when you're done. Take your time making sure that they look really good. After all, you're going through all this work for them to look good, really. Otherwise, you could just do chicken drumsticks, but we're doing chicken lollipops. They need to look good. They look like little meat lollipops that we're going to put into the smoker. Yeah, so you just make sure, take your time, clean off that bone nicely. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time, but absolutely well worth it in the end. We're gonna put these into the smoker, and I'll show you when we do that. All right, so we've got our smoker here set to 250 degrees, and we're just gonna put the lollipops in. We're gonna use the bottom rack. And I'm just gonna kind of wanna center them into the rack itself. There we are. So I've got my probes in. I'm trying to be as careful as I can to not be touching the bone itself. You wanna make sure that you're into the flesh, into the thicker part of the flesh, so that the thermometer gets the appropriate reading. Now that we're set there, I'm gonna close this up. We're gonna actually, these are probably gonna go for about 1.5 to 2 hours, but I'm only going to smoke for the first hour. I don't want, you know, chicken or white meat in general is pretty sensitive to smoke. I don't want to over smoke these. I want that nice smoky flavor, and then I want to cook them all the way through. But I'll show you once we're ready to sauce. All right, so our alarm's going off here. That means our internal temperature has reached 165 at minimum. And you can see here, our chicken lollipops are starting to look mighty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. And now that we've got them there, we are going to then just in here, I've got some barbecue sauce. Now you can use whatever barbecue sauce you like. This one's a little bit sweeter. I just like that, I like the taste of the sauce on chicken, so that's what we're gonna go with. Here we go, and it works better if you've got a cup, a container to put it into. Otherwise you can brush it on if you like to, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it by the handle and just kind of dip it in. Dip it all the way in, get it nicely covered. You can see there. Perfect. And we'll do that for all of them. All right, so now that we've got them sauced here, what we're going to do is we're going to set the temperature to 300 degrees and let it go for another 20 minutes. The internal temperature on the lollipops are good to go now. It's 165 degrees, but dark meat has quite a bit of fat in it. You want to make sure you kind of render that out. And because it has quite a bit of fat in it, it can go a lot longer than 165 degrees without drying out. So we're not too worried about them drying out right now. What we want to do is we want to set the sauce, and to do that, I'm going to then flip this to 300 degrees, like I said, and we're gonna let it go for 15-20 minutes and then come back and we're gonna be ready to eat. I'll show you when it's time to taste them. All right, here we go. So these are ready to go. You can see nice perfect little handle. You can see why they're called chicken lollipops. They look like a lollipop, but they're made of meat and they look fantastic. You know, they take a little bit of time to make, like I showed. You know, it's a little bit of prepping and getting the bone all cleaned and everything, but once they're done, they look great. So perfect for eating with one hand. So let's go ahead and give them a shot. Ready? Let's go. You can taste the smoke, you can taste the sauce, all the flavors. Such a great little cook. Absolutely delicious. The key to this is that you smoke for a short amount of time so that that smoke is not overpowering. And then at the very end, once you've got it sauced, to set that sauce, you turn that heat all the way up as high as you can get it, because that will also help crisp the skin instead of it kind of being soft and a little bit chewy. And it's going to be a super delicious treat. That's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see some more, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content. If you want to see more of me, head on over to my channel. I'm at youtube.com/GerardGrills. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next Gerard Grills.